Rihanna Robyn Fenty is a household name today. She is one of the most popular people in the world, and for good reason. Rihanna has touched the lives of many people, either through her very successful singing career or through her fashion and beauty lines, both of which are doing well. Her fashion and beauty lines are worth over $1 billion, and according to Forbes, Rihanna herself is worth about $2 billion. The lingerie and beauty lines are called Savage X and Fenty. Savage X is mostly in the business of lingerie and other kinds of clothing, while Fenty deals in beauty and body enhancement products. Both brands are owned by Rihanna along with other partners, and they have become some of the biggest fashion brands in the world presently, competing with much older brands like Gucci and Victoria's Secrets. The question is, how did all this begin? And how was Rihanna able to build a brand that has become part of the life of millions around the world? In this video, we'll provide answers to these questions. We'll also see how Rihanna's Savage X Fenty lingerie and beauty line has impacted the fashion industry. Welcome to Business Pitfalls and Profits, where we unravel the captivating world of successful corporations and explore the highs and lows of partnerships, acquisitions, and celebrity endorsements in the business realm. Subscribe now to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you'll never miss an episode, and engage with me in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts, insights, and even your suggestions for future episodes. Enjoy the episode. Apart from their sheer size and popularity, Savage and Fenty have been credited for revolutionizing the fashion industry for several reasons. For one, both lines have invested so much in diversity, equity, and inclusion to create products and services that represent people of all races, body types, and other peculiarities. Savage X has continuously used plus-size models in its many fashion shows. They have also created products for people who are in such a category. They also create products that are cruelty-free and ensure animal protection. Fenty Beauty started from a conscious decision by Rihanna to trademark her surname and all that came with it. In June 2013, Rihanna trademarked her surname Fenty for use on a variety of products, sparking rumors that she could start working on ventures other than music. Fenty Beauty was among the variations of the new trademarks. Prior to this, Rihanna was in the beauty and fragrance business. Rebel Fleur, Rihanna's first perfume, was launched in January 2011. By the end of 2011, it was predicted by Rolling Stone that Rebel Fleur will have made $80 million in retail sales. Rebel, Rihanna's second fragrance, was launched in February 2012. Immediately following, in November 2012, was the release of her third fragrance, Nude. A year later, on September 14, 2013, Rihanna unveiled her fourth fragrance for women, called Rogue, with a male equivalent cologne called Rogue Men, launched in 2014. Apart from the fragrance business, Rihanna has been involved in other kinds of business ventures. For example, Frame, a beauty and styling agency, was founded by Rihanna and Benoit Demouy in November 2015. The Los Angeles-based company was founded to help musicians get gigs, editorial shoots, advertisements, and red carpet appearances. According to Rihanna, hair, makeup, and styling play an important role in creativity. I am very involved with that part of my process, so this agency was an organic thing for me to do. In 2017, Rihanna unveiled Fenty Beauty, her first independent cosmetics brand. Although she had previously worked with MAC Cosmetics and launched 10 Scents under Parlux Latied in previous years. She signed a contract in 2016 for the manufacture of Fenty Beauty through Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy, LVMH subsidiary Kendo. Rihanna founded Fenty Beauty to create an inclusive collection for all skin tones, including a luxurious shade selection for people with darker skin tones. The first Fenty Beauty collection was released in shops and online on September 8, 2017, and has since become available in more than 150 countries. It offers a wide range of products, including foundations, highlighters, bronzers, blush compacts, lip glosses, and blotting sheets, and was commended for its comprehensive selection for all skin tones. The brand quickly became a huge success, which is what you should expect from a brand owned by Louis Vuitton and Rihanna. At the time of this writing, Rihanna owns 50% of Fenty Beauty, as stated by Forbes. The deal, in its initial stage, was worth $10 million, and Rihanna was tasked with promoting a variety of beauty items produced by the brand. The $10 million investment is worth over $1 billion today. Rihanna created Savage X Fenty, a lingerie brand, in 2018. Rihanna's ambition for building an inclusive brand inspired the creation of the brand. Products were made available in a number of colors and types to complement all skin tones and sizes. She debuted the brand during New York Fashion Week in September 2018. The brand received great feedback from the public for featuring plus-size models in its campaign. She would also go on to add a fashion house to Fenty Corp, the parent company to all her brands. The house began operations at a pop-up store in Paris on May 22, 2019, before going global online on May 29th and offering clothing, accessories, and footwear. It was the first line that LVMH had introduced since 1987. The fashion business was regarded as cutting edge, and in a statement about the debut, Rihanna said she had been offered a unique opportunity to develop a fashion house in the luxury sector with no artistic limits. However, due to the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, Rihanna and LVMH decided to put it on hold. The debut fashion show for Savage X Fenty featured a live performance on the runway during 2018 New York Fashion Week. The models present, who also used Fenty Beauty products, included Slick Woods, Indira Scott, Joan Smalls, Raissa Flowers, Bella Hadid, and Gigi Hadid. Savage X Fenty Show Volume 1, a documentary that appeared on Amazon Prime Video in September 2019, featured the brand's second show during New York Fashion Week 2019. Together with the runway performances, the documentary showcased the new line's creative process behind the scenes. Rihanna and other well-known pop artists performed during the show and were featured on the documentary. On October 2, 2020, Savage X Fenty Show Volume 2 aired, discussing the difficulties of putting on a show with a pandemic in progress. Many of the models from past years were back on the runway. However, Rihanna also brought Lizzo, Chica, Paris Hilton, Willow Smith, and Rico Nasty as new models for Savage X Fenty. In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month and in support of the Clara Lionel Foundation, the show showcased Black breast cancer survivors as part of the models. However, Rihanna would go on to create a special division for models called Savage X Ambassadors. Stars, influencers, and micro-influencers make up the Savage X Ambassadors program. Through their social media accounts, they all advertise Savage X Fenty merchandise. The company announced Normani as its first brand ambassador. Bella Hadid, Gigi Hadid, Rose Montoya, Kehlani, Rico Nasty, Gia Woods, Jackie Aina, Tamara McLaughlin, and Cash Doll are some of the other ambassadors. Several of these brand ambassadors have appeared in fashion shows for the company. On September 24, 2021, Savage X Fenty Show Volume 3 premiered. It featured a thrilling fashion experience that incorporated dance, music, and fashion with noteworthy architecture and spectacular presentations. Through this experience, it blends the arts and fashion together, presenting the creations in an inclusive manner. How was Rihanna able to raise funding to start up both companies? Well, as mentioned earlier, Fenty Beauty started as a collaboration between Rihanna and Louis Vuitton. At the initial stage, the partnership was shared equally between both parties as they both shared 50-50 ownership rights to the company. So it is reasonable to assume that both parties raised initial capital for the company. However, the company will go on to attract more investors since its inception. For Savage X Fenty, on the other hand, $115 million was raised for the lingerie brand. Textile Fashion Group, as well as well-known investors including L. Catterton, a private equity firm, and Jay-Z joined the company as a joint venture shareholder. Forbes reports that Rihanna still holds a 30% stake, and the most recent round of money will go toward expanding the store and gaining new clients. Over the years, Fenty Corp has had its fair share of upheavals. But if you think about it, this is not uncommon for companies who are in the business of consumer products. You would always find at least one person who has a problem with one or more products. There's also the case of corporate malpractices on the part of the company, resulting in lawsuits or legal payoffs. Here's some of the challenges, controversies, and scandals that Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty have had to deal with over the years. Culturally offensive product name. In 2019, Fenty Beauty released a highlighter called Geisha Chick. Upon its release, many on social media came out to air their displeasure over the name of the product. The name dates back to the history of the Japanese geisha, a category of ladies who entertained and served as paid companions throughout the nation for generations. One user on Instagram commented, "I think it's really important that you all rethink this name, as there is a long oppressive history of geisha culture. The fetishization of it is something people need to move away from. Please reconsider." Some critics of the shade emphasize that Fenty is often regarded as inclusive in the industry. Therefore, it would be against the company's reputation to release such a product. The company responded swiftly by pulling the product even before it started retailing. They issued a statement reading, "We hear you. We wanted to personally apologize. Thank you so much for educating us." Child labor concerns. Fenty Beauty was investigated in India for obtaining mica from Jharkhand mines that employed minors. Social media users responded in a variety of ways to Fenty Beauty's association with blood mica, which has become a major topic of discussion worldwide. It was discovered in 2016 that families of children who perished in abandoned mica mines in 3 states received blood money in exchange for their silence. In the past, the mica industry in India employed approximately 20,000 people in more than 700 mines. In spite of the allegations of Fenty Beauty using mica from child labor mines, there has been no formal charge as investigations are still ongoing, and so the company is yet to respond to such allegations. Unethical production and environmental pollution by Savage X Fenty. Some scholars have commented on the fact that Savage X Fenty materials are manufactured in nations notorious for cheap fabric production. And it is the horrible labor conditions, which are sometimes comparable to slavery, that allow for such low prices. Aside from that, some people believe that Savage X Fenty's products are fast fashion. They are composed of plastic mixes. While these fabrics make garments cheap and easy to create, they are among the worst materials in terms of environmental effect. They are derived from non-renewable fossil fuels. Synthetic textiles and mixes wear and age poorly. Furthermore, they are not easily decomposed. This implies that when we eventually toss them away, they will spend decades, if not hundreds of years, in landfills if they do not contaminate other parts of the environment first. Plastics like this frequently wind up fouling oceans, lakes, and streams. Again, these claims have not been substantiated, nor has the company been charged with using non-environmentally friendly materials. Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty are some of the best performing companies of the decade, winning several awards and other recognition. They have particularly set standards in the beauty and fashion industry, and it is the opinion of some that the companies will only get better as the years come. Rihanna concentrated on her business ventures for the better part of the last decade. Although she performs seldomly, she has been regarded as a very successful business owner. Fenty Corp and other brands under her brand have changed the game in their respective industries and are guaranteed to stand the test of time. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Business Pitfalls and Profits. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next one. Last but most importantly, don't forget to like and share this video with fellow entrepreneur advocates. Until next time, stay curious.